Hey guys, I'm Lewis from Precision Golf. I'm one of the coaching team here, and today we're going to go through a very common topic of how to stop coming over the top in your downswing. It's deceptively simple and starts all from your setup. So if you've tried everything and nothing's working, hopefully this is the missing piece. One of the most common reasons why I see people come over the top is just through a faulty setup. So let's imagine, you're pulling the shot more and are having too much of a power fade, not necessarily a slice. Let's suggest the face is square. What I usually see is a couple of things. A, the ball is too far forward up in the stance. That can do two things. It can pull the shoulders overly open, which can get our shoulders pointing too far to the left. The second bit, and arguably the more important part, is it can make the chest sit heavily in front of the pelvis. So if I had a plumb line coming down from my sternum, you can see how, because that ball is so far forward, this plumb line is to the left of my belt buckle. In terms of how this creates an over-the-top swing is because as we swing up, it usually puts us in a spine angle which is leaning excessively towards target. Because it's leaning excessively towards target and because the chest is ahead, you'll either do one or two things. If you're a higher handicapper, you're probably rotating your upper half first, and that can tend to cause the hands to move out in front. That's your over the top. If you're a slightly more experienced player, you are probably going to resort to sliding the pelvis back across. That can deceive you and make you look as if the club is in a decent spot, but can make you struggle with low point problems. So the easiest fix for this is to actually get in a normal standing posture first of all. With an iron, we need downstrike. We don't want to have too much side bend for an iron. So what we're going to do is get in a normal setup where it sounds daft, but the chest is above your pelvis. So it's like basically stacked on top of each other. And then all I want you to do is just lean forward from here into your golf posture. Then test plumb line and sternum, and you should hopefully see the plumb line dissect your belt buckle. This will generally lead to quite a neutral club path. As we said, faders or slices of the ball are generally too far here. Drawers and big hookers of the ball are often too far to their trail side. So just having this simple test of hanging the golf club down from your sternum and having it in the middle should make you feel in a very neutral and square alignment of the spine. Tip number 2 is really simple, and all we need is either a driver height tee peg, or even if you're around a chipping green, a ball above the feet lie will also do the same thing. What this does, and you're going to take a 4-iron or a long iron, 4-iron, 5-iron would work. When we have that ball higher off the ground, we obviously can't have an overly steep swing plane. If I put the ball waist high on a table in front of me, there's no way I'd lift the club up and come steep on it. Naturally and instinctively, you would move the club in more of an arc around your spine angle. Obviously, when the ball's on the floor, we still want to swing the club around our spine angle, but now it's off the deck and our spine angle's tilted. So all we're going to do is grab a long iron, place the ball on a driver height tee peg, and try and have the sensation of the club moving around your spine angle to sweep it off the tee peg without taking too much tee peg. A little bit like that. So third tip is, just in case those first two don't actually work, it could be as simple as, if you're carving it off to the right hand side, it's only natural for you to want to swing more and more left to try to get the ball started left of target before it curves off. But if the face is open to your path and target, it will still curve off to the right. My best piece of advice there is to match your grip to your wrist angle. So if you're a player that halfway down or during the downswing gets fairly bowed in their lead wrists, meaning it's more of a knuckles down position, you would want to have a fairly weak to neutral hold on the club. So the thumb is possibly just underlining the Golf Pride logo. If you're coming down and your wrist angles are cupped which would tend to get the face too open. It's not always a bad thing as long as you pair it up with a stronger hold on the club where the grip is more out into the fingertips and we see the pad more on the top. You can see this naturally creates that angle and would mean you could keep your wrist angles the same and you'd get the face to screw up sooner. Always remember the face angle and its relationship to path and target will dictate more of your start line than path does. So if the other two don't work, it's probably because you're reacting to a face out of alignment. Okay guys, so that sums up this video. Key points being, can't really ever get bad by getting into a better setup. It's key. Point number 2, find a good drill, and whatever the feeling is, if you've got a good drill to accompany something mechanical, it makes it much easier to make the change, particularly if you're warming up to go on the golf course. And point 3, we all swing it differently. Matching up things like your grips and wrist angles or other areas to your individual swing is the way to get the most out of your pattern and play your best golf. So if you like the video, please feel free to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, there's going to be plenty more videos coming, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.